travelers, and welcome to the Horror Greenbook, the channel that takes you from coast to coast and con to con. I am your travel guide, Brendan, and of course, we are here in the scary sanctuary, bringing to you another Disgraceful Double Features, number 11, guys. Can't wait to bring to you this special edition. Um, we will be doing Serial Mom, which was picked by GBG faithful member Old Restless. Awesome pick. Can't get enough of this film, guys. An all-time '90s classic, and I decided to follow that up with Brainscan, mainly because we were holding out on who would possibly pick the second one, but I decided to pick Brainscan because it was also released in '94, also a bit of a cult classic, and also a bit of a gem from the 90s that not too many people have seen, or at least not enough people have seen, that's for sure. But what's going on, guys? Let's see who we have in the chat. We got Bumper in the house. What's going on, Bumper? Let's see, watching Freddy versus Jason for the first time. Not bad so far. All right, cool. I'm glad that you're enjoying it, Bumper. I'm not the biggest fan of Freddy versus Jason, but I will admit that it is pretty fun. I wanted so much more out of Freddy versus Jason after being someone that just waited what seemed like forever for that matchup. But I'm not hating on what we got though. It was actually a pretty good watch, but just not for me. Oh yeah, it's a fun watch. Yeah, it is a fun watch. It is definitely something that's fun for sure. A lot of tongue-in-cheek humor in it, which I can definitely appreciate. Epic epic fight scenes. Yeah, that last one in particular. Now that last fight is definitely the highlight and what I wish we got more of, and that was definitely what us fans were looking for. But speaking of guys, speaking of something that you like, guys, hit that like button to help push out the live stream out in the algorithm to get other horror fans' attention. Let's see. We got Old Restless. Freddy versus Jason is pretty fun. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely not shorting us out on fun. Hey, we got Josh in the house. What's going on, Papa Goss? Yeah, having a great night so far, man. It's going very well. Hopefully, everyone else's night is going well. I was really looking forward to Tuesday, as of course it's disgraceful double features. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. We got Happy in the house. What's going on, Happy? Yeah, man. Got Donovan in the house, man. It's going to be a blast, guys. You're out there working on Freddy versus Chucky. Hope they don't go that route. I hope they don't either. But they're always working on something. They're always throwing ideas against the wall and hoping something will work. But hey, I mean, I'd be interested in seeing what could possibly work with that. But me personally, I would rather see something like Chucky versus Leprechaun. Mainly because there's the bit of magic involved in that. Two little guys. We still have Brad. Definitely, hopefully, get Warwick involved in it. I think if you get a great script, you would definitely get Warwick, interested in it. So, I mean, hey, I'm down for it. But yeah, guys, what are you guys up to today? What have you guys been up to this week? Hopefully, everyone is chilling. I'm having a pretty chill night before I start preparing for Texas Frightmare tomorrow. Just go ahead as far as like getting my bags packed, go ahead and taking posters down in order to get them signed. I got a better idea in regards to my schedule and how things are going to go. It looks like I'm going to try to attempt to get my Evil Dead and my Bill Duke autographs on Friday, which will leave me Saturday and Sunday to get Patricia Arquette's autographs because apparently she's only going to be making an appearance on Saturday and Sunday. So that leaves me time to get there early, get my autograph one of those 2 days, and make it rock and roll with my number one person on my horror to get list being scratched off. So it's going to be a fun week, guys. And of course, stay tuned. Make sure that notification bell is on so that you are in the know whenever I drop that live walkthrough of Texas Frightmare. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a live walkthrough as well of the after parties and such. Because it's going to be a wild, wild time, guys. You do not want to miss it. But yeah, guys, of course, we're going to start the film here pretty soon. Make sure you're geared up for Serial Mom. You can find it on Tubi. Get that poster certified by JSA while you're there. I mean, I don't even worry about stuff like that, Bumper. Like, for this poster is pretty much for me. There's no chance in hell I'm selling this. Like, I have a ton of other stuff that I would sell before I sell that poster. That poster would just as likely be buried with me before I, sell that to anyone else. So, I don't, collect my autographs to sell them. So I don't spend the extra money on getting them certified. Just more money for autographs for me. Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to it though. Like, guys, it's going to be a blast. Like, it's going to be a trip to finally meet Patricia, guys. Like, I'm going to freak out. And from what I'm hearing, they're trying to get her on the docket for Scarefest, but they don't necessarily know for sure. Um, I think they're trying to squeeze her in, but apparently they weren't even able to get her into, I think, gosh, what was, oh, they tried to apparently get her into, Mad Monster, I believe, but apparently they were, like, already full with, their roster as far as celebrities. So, we'll see, guys, as far as, like, her future, appearances. Like, I'm just glad that I'm going to be one of the people that are going to be able to say that I was a part of her first convention experience. So hopefully it's a good one, guys, and hopefully no one tries to kiss her like Soraya. Hey, Bumper. Hey, Val. It's so funny that you mentioned that earlier, Bumper, because, man, I was so disappointed hearing that because I already knew what was going to be the consequences of that fan trying to kiss her. I was like, watch, she's gonna probably say no more hugs for at least for the time being. And she posted up her Instagram video where she was just basically letting people know that she was okay. She avoided the kiss or whatever. The dude was, kicked out basically. But for the time being, even though she's a hugger, she's no longer going to do hugs. And that breaks my heart and everyone else's heart, I'm sure, on the convention scene. Yeah, exactly, man. I don't want $100 handshake, man. Like, now I definitely just want the picture. I'm definitely going to get the picture, but I can't remember how much it was. I think it was what, 60 or 80. I have to go over my mat, no, my horror hound convention video to see how much she was charging because more than likely she's going to get back on with WWE and those prices are going to skyrocket. So hopefully I'll go ahead and get her then in Arizona, man. So it looks like this is our chance, Bumper. we're gonna pray to the unholy gods, please. You dig the Brainscan and Serial Mom's art on this video? Hey, glad to hear that, Donovan. Yeah, man, brother, for sure, man. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it. I tried to do something a little bit different, in regards to the artwork and such. So, hopefully, you guys continue to enjoy them. But yeah, man, may the odds be ever in our favor, brother. I can't wait. Not only that, but next week I can't wait for Monsterpalooza. Like, I finally get a chance to go to Monsterpalooza, get to hang out with Bumper a bit. We're gonna go ahead and hang out, and check out all these vendors. The vendor list is gonna be crazy, man, guys. So it's gonna be a trip. But while I'm thinking about that, guys, we have less than 3 minutes before we start our first flick, which will be Serial Mom. Of course, you can find it on Tubi, and I will hit play once the clock strikes 45. And guys, I can't wait, guys. Like, I absolutely can't wait for these upcoming weekends. It is going to be a blast. And not only that, but just the fact that I get to hang out with some of you travelers. So that's just going to make it like a million times better. They have been talking about Nightmare Convention for over a decade now. Yeah, man. Psh, man, I would lose it. I would absolutely lose it if that happens, brother. And I was talking to Brian, the director, also about you guys would know him as Demented, about Halloween 50 because that is most definitely another convention that I have to do, and thankfully I have a couple of years to plan for it left. Yeah, I know you go broke. I mean, bumper for real, man. I'm going to have to like seriously find all types of ways to earn money. I may have to do that OnlyFans, like AB mentioned. Oh man, it's crazy, guys. I mean, it's a great time to be a horror fan because I mean, there's so many great vendors, there's so many great companies, and mask makers, special effects makers. It's definitely a trip, guys. Like I mean, and these companies are making money, so you can totally see why the Halloween and horror industry is a billion-dollar industry. Tony will subscribe to me. I have to make sure to show Dong, man. That's for sure. I can't shortchange Tony. Oh, you saw the podcast bumper? Hey, thanks a lot for the support, man. I know Demented would appreciate that as well. And all right, guys, press play. That Universal logo never gets old. Yeah, it was pretty cool coming on to their show, hanging out, vibing. I need to actually do that for a few other content creators that I've been meaning to collaborate with. So be on the lookout for that, guys. Savoy Pictures. It's been a while since I've seen both of these films, but I know them both like the back of my hands. Both of these, like, I'm pretty sure this both of these films ran back to back on Cinemax on plenty of Fridays. And I love this film because this is probably the most approachable John Waters film. Everything other than that is just like up as far as like just extremeness. Yeah, I actually Ghost was in here last week for a little bit, and she's been good. She's just been busy with just life stuff, but she's okay. And she said that she misses you guys, and that she plans on being back in the chat, definitely sooner than later. So, Serial Mom, you've seen these both many times. Yeah, Brainscan and the Gate. You watched a lot. Yeah, for real. It just seems like these were on television all the time. It's never a bad time to watch these. It's just so 90s. I just love the cast of Serial Mom. You get like straight up like talk show Ricky Lake. So it's cool that in the middle of her doing, the talk show stuff, she came back to work with John. Oh, Suzanne Summers, rest in peace. Love some Suzanne. Brother, do I remember Romance in the Stone and Jewel of the Now movies? Yes, of course. I love the Romance in the Stone. Romance in the Stone is another film that seemed to always be on. A few years ago, you bought your mom a Kathleen Turner signed Serial Mom knife for Mother's Day. Now, that's an awesome Mother's Day gift. I mean, that's some taste and some pizzazz there, Donovan, for sure. What did she think of it when she received it? You need Ricky Lake's auto, not this movie. Or would you get Ricky signed? Yeah, get some like hairspray Ricky Lake stuff would be awesome too. Just a boy. Yeah, Kathleen Turner is so awesome in this role. Where the Day Takes You. I've never seen Where the Day Takes You. I'll have to check that out, Bumper. If you're willing to get something signed of it for sure, then that means that I need to check it out. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is totally me whenever a fly invades my house. Yeah, exactly. Your mom to for your mom to receive that as a gift, that tells me a lot about her. Hey, we got Triple T in the house. Hey, no worries at all, Triple T. We're right at 5 minutes. Excellent movie. Okay, I'm gonna check that out, Bumper. Yeah, Ricky's a very underrated actress. She's definitely a horror mom. Hey, horror moms are the best. Yeah, it's nothing like having a good old horror mom. Scrambled eggs and scrambled guts. I love how so delightfully campy this film is. Hey, Captain Spaulding, what's going on, Captain? No gum in this house. No gum, no wire hangers. Things that will drive moms insane. Oh, this no contains language. No woman would say the P word. They never met AB. French birds, they're saying we. Ah, Betty Page. The legend, the icon. This weekend you're going to see some Michael Myers filming locations. Yeah, you should, brother. Which ones are you thinking about seeing? Betty Pages. Oh, the Pee Wee Herman doll. The days before eBay. Okay, so you're gonna see the house in Pasadena. Yeah, I can't wait to see that next week. That's gonna definitely be the agenda. Yeah, I love how they're like literally like right around the corner from each other, just right across the street. Like within like short walking distance. Crazy. Yeah, it sucks about the Freddy house though. Maybe one of these days that guy will get fed up and move. And maybe fans will move into the actual house. Oh man. Kathleen Turner was so awesome for this. Yeah, bumper. It sucks that dude's such a douche. And anyone that's joining that wants a timestamp, I'm at 9 minutes and 35 seconds. And I'm pretty sure I'm due for an ad very soon. Yeah, it'll be my first time going to either of those houses. My last two times in California has either been record rainfall or wildfires. So it kind of interfered with my plans to do some sightseeing beyond the conventions that I had planned. So fingers crossed that I'll be able to see some of those places without much hassle. Yeah, I want to see Murder House too. Yeah, that picture of young Matthew Lillard was hilarious. Super blonde in that picture. That's so hilarious. It's like, okay, she has Tourette's or something. Rosemary. Yeah. A lot going on for these next couple of weeks, but I'm super excited. So that's what I'm trying to get myself all, you know, zen and prepared because it's going to be like nonstop go for these next 3 weeks. But I'm ready for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, speaking of ads, I just got my first ad, a Gordon Ramsay show, and then now it looks like this Navigator commercial, and it looks like they're keeping it pretty quick. So, all right, back at it. 11 minutes and 25 seconds. If anyone wants to resync up with me, putting on that smiling face. Oh, we going to Sizzler. We going Sizzler. But you know what's funny though? Serial Mom, this situation in Serial Mom is basically what jumps off the entire story of that show on Netflix called Beef. So, yeah, that's so hilarious to think about that scenario and how you can really start a grudge based off of stealing a car spot or cutting someone off. You guys remember that movie? Yeah, Meet the Applegates. Yeah, I love Meet the Applegates. You have to return cool as ice because the tape was wrecked. I love that. Yeah, I love Meet the Applegates. That was a pretty fun one. And this also reminds me a lot of that film as well. And what was that film with like Randy Quaid? It's like oh god, I can't think of the name of it, but it's also another film that reminds me of that. See, am I going to watch Ready or Not? You're talking about the sequel, Ready or yeah, like Ready or Not, Here I Come, or whatever the name of the sequel is. Yes, most definitely. I'm a huge Samara Weaving fanboy, so if she's in something, then I'll definitely check it out. You quote this movie almost weekly. Listen to your filthy mouth, right? Oh, you've never seen it, Bumper? It's a fun one, and I love the special effects in that. It has that same type of camp as this. Yeah, it's like Parents. Yeah, it's like Parents or something. I think it's on Tubi as well, or at least I've seen it on Tubi. I don't believe I've seen it, or at least my '90s haze is a bit. My '90s memories might be a bit hazy in regards to that one. Like I may have seen it in passing, or at least one time, but I remember the VHS box more than anything. I think it's like Parents or something. Yeah, Parents is disturbing. Okay, okay. I probably have seen it once, and it's just not like ringing a bell in regards to like particular details, but I have to check it out. Yeah, with Randy Quaid. Yeah. So so you have seen it. Oh, Restless. What did you think of it besides being disturbing? Is it good disturbing or bad disturbing? Saw it as a kid and it sticks with you. Okay, okay, yeah. I definitely know those types of films. All right, so that may be something to check out for a future disgraceful double features. A good old hit and run, stick and move in the most mom of mom cars. Of course, you got to back up and finish the job. Was this filmed in Maryland like all of the other John Waters stuff? I need to double check the license plates. Yeah, only John Waters would get references like this. Good old Blood Feast. Herschel Gordon Lewis, Godfather of Gore. Look how fake that looks. It's so funny how Matthew Lillard has played multiple horror movie loving freaks. Like, oh my gosh, like some of those like figures back there. Ugh, the collector in me is just like going like, I just want to nab it. Like, where are those now? And then there's like, oh, the 1000 Maniacs poster. So he's obviously a Herschel Gordon Lewis fan. Sesame broccoli. Okay, so it is in Maryland. I could have assumed. It's John Waters. John Waters is to Maryland and Baltimore what Stephen King is to Maine. And M. Night Shyamalan is to Pennsylvania or Philly. So happy I could shit. So when was the first time that you guys saw Serial Mom? I definitely saw this on Cinemax when it premiered, or HBO when it premiered for the first time. I was such a stickler for. That was one of the best things about the '90s, like especially during the summer, is when HBO would premiere their film on like Saturday, their brand new film, and it was most likely something that was released the previous year or in the fall. And man, made for a lot of fun. So tonight for you, Tony. All right, cool, cool. And me being a kid, I was probably maybe like 10 watching this. So some of the humor went over my head, but a lot of it I did get. I knew this was satire. I knew this was satire in camp, even though I couldn't necessarily explain what that was. But I instantly fell in love with this film. Uh oh. Wah, wah, wah. Doing some little, research. Some good old Charlie Manson research there. Oh, she's turned on. Thinking about dead bodies. Oh, well, at least he gave his consent to his wife. You were a kid too. There are scenes that you don't forget. Yeah. Okay. I have to check that out then. Oh, I know that disgusting sound where you're just like, oh my gosh, let me turn up some music or something so I'm not thinking about this super disgusting thought. It's like, oh, mom, you're sick. Oh, I really wonder what Kathleen Turner was thinking whenever she received that script for the first time. And like, unleash the dog. Well, we know what Tony wants to see. The Starlings. Uh oh. About to get on her bad side again. Dental emergencies. I'm mad that they waited that long before the tooth. Well, for the tooth to get that bad before addressing going to the dentist. But that's typical Americans. We wait until it just can't wait any longer. So yeah, I could possibly die this weekend. So maybe I should go to the dentist. Yeah, I know. She said, "Get it." I know that seeing Kathleen in those scenes just cracks me up. When a woman gets super aggressive, it's just like, "Oh my goodness! All right, I didn't know that was in there." Miss something. Such a tragedy. Such a fine, fine man. Ooh, detective work. So yes, totally did it. She totally did it. I love the trope of someone that's a bit fuzzy in regards to going beyond the rule of the law and them raising the utmost like law abiding kids ever, like in like Breaking Bad with Walt and then Walt Jr. and Walt Jr. being like totally perfectly goody two shoes. Yeah, I love the garbage man in this. That's totally like I had a couple of people in a previous apartment complex that threw their trash out like that. It was the absolute worst. I hate people that just can't throw their trash out correctly. Another reason why I would never be able to live in New York City. It's like they finally realized like, hey, put your trash in an actual hard bin and close the top, and hey, you could actually possibly cut down on your rat problem. I mean, who would have thought actually having your trash out in bags just sitting out on the curb would attract rodents? Nice, nice. Bringing a nice little drink or two. Yeah, do it for the environment. Uh oh. But I just love, I mean, the fact that she's just doing community service. She's just doing what she thinks is right. My next ad. But at least they're being light on the ads so far. Usually by now I would have been like on my fourth one. This is a car show commercial for me. Do 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 do. All right, second Navigator commercial. It looks like I'm going to probably have to count how many times I see this Navigator commercial. Yeah, having conjugal visits certainly help. Oh, Joan. Rest in peace, Joan. To tell you the truth, I loved watching award shows because I knew that I was going to see Joan rip on celebrities and their attire. She was so hilarious with that. They don't make them like her anymore. Like those old style mean celebrities, like Don Rickles, Joan Rivers, those just Sam Kinnison's. Like the only one that I can think of that's still left is like Andrew Dice Clay, and even Dice isn't really the same anymore. He's a little bit more chill now. But there's still a certain amount of new crop of comedians. Do you see like like Kill Tony and stuff like that? So I'm glad that there's still a few comedians like that. Yeah, exactly, Tony. I mean, we grew up in the golden era of that, or at least the last bit of the golden era of that. Because I think of like those comedians and the stuff they said, like there's no way that they would be able to say some of that stuff in 2025. I mean, they would still be saying it because they're kind of like grandfathered in, but it's kind of hard, man. They give new comedians a hard time with stuff like that. And that's why I love watching Kill Tony because it's hilarious, man. I still need to see that Kill Tony WWE roast. Where's the dentist in the marathon, man? Or the dentist in Little Shop of Horrors? You'll be a dentist. My favorite musical ever, Little Shop of Horrors. Gotta love these detectives. Is your wife mental? I'm not even gonna lie, guys. The older I get, the more I completely identify with her character in this. Like that's totally my aversion to insects and stuff. If you do something to hurt my kiddo, yeah, I'm gonna lose it. Try to get a discount. Franklin Mint. Man, Bumper, can you imagine how much we'd be able to like rack up on like horror memorabilia? And so, hey, I'm not even gonna lie, guys. My mom possibly had been guilty of sticker switching for certain things at shows like that. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. Guess that's how I must have marked it. I so love, like, this would be my favorite thing about going shopping with my mom is going to like flea markets and things like that. Coming across like sports cards. Like nowadays, I would totally be looking for like vintage horror stuff. Oh, look at this douche. You're gonna get it. I know this must have been a very fun film to work on. I think anything with John Waters would be pretty fun. Well, other than having to eat some dog crap. But I like to think Divine was totally up for that. I can't watch that scene. Like just thinking about Divine getting down there and just devouring that dog turd. It makes me gag just thinking about it. And I think sometimes I'm like, couldn't they have just made it like a brownie shaped like a dog turd or something? Now I was too young to get this reference as well to the men's bathroom gag. I was way too young to understand that one. But after George Michael's getting busted, I completely understood that scene. I was like, oh, so that's what that guy was doing in that bathroom. Good old liver. Uh oh, blood on your shoe. Don Knotts. Exactly. I would definitely get the Don Knotts painting. Pee Wee Herman doll. I mean, but technically, she was in the women's restroom, so I mean, if you've heard the horror stories about the women's restroom that I've heard, then coming out with blood on your shoe wouldn't be too uncommon. Uh, Poor Ricky. So wait a second, you're here? Gotta love some good old mink stall. Uh-oh. Let's see. Yeah, Tracy Lords was so awesome in this film as well. Like, I love John Waters regulars in his films. The Fat Mel, the Richard Speck. Tony Loves Thong. You know what? That should be a band name. Fan Fan Mel from Ted Bundy as well. Uh oh, Carl. Speaking of the Mummy Dares reference, Joan Collins. Uh, not Joan Collins, Joan Crawford. I meant to say. Donnie Love Tony Loves Dong can open for the Camel Toes. Oh gosh, that's hilarious. Tony Loves Dong can open for the Camel Toes. You know what? I definitely want to see that flyer for that show. That needs to be preserved forever. The look Matthew's giving her. So, ew, you got some doo doo on your shoes. Nope, nope. Actually, it was blood. Can't say that word out loud. Love the police woman. Pussy Willows. I I want to know what's on Tony's rider. Like I totally want to know that. A feast of dong and only red Skittles. Only red Skittles. Okay. It's like I had to ask what was on Tony's rider for sure. I mean, had to know. You could totally see that being on his rider. I mean, I would totally love John Waters to make a film about Ray Lewis and the white suit during that Super Bowl weekend and how he possibly killed a guy. Usually just pizza and beers. We had a van full of dogs. Well, there's that. At least you weren't lacking in that department. Like, I was like, what's going on here? What about you just ditches the cops? Okay, nice. Yeah, I love her anyway. Even though your mom's probably a murderer. I love the old school porn. Ugh. I think the director for the substance was inspired by these eating scenes. Oh, the chickadees, the starlings, the poor babies are being devoured. I'm not even gonna lie. If they're good, they're gonna have to go on the plate. Totally hilarious. I love his room. His room is just decorated. Some, I think we all knew a guy like that who just had a bit of a fascination, a bit more than normal. You're just like, okay, we're gonna have to watch out for this guy. We're gonna see him on the news at some point in his life. No, something's going on inside, but not what you're thinking. You just see some huge memories. Tony's just disappointed that no dong's being shown. It's like, wait a second. I'm being cheated out of full frontal dong. No, I gotta love that quilt. No, Pat and Vanna. Chest dongs too. Well, those were some pretty impressive chest dongs. If I say so myself. Bless her back. Uh oh, what's in there moving? It's like we paid him. Straight to the chest. Oh, stomach. And then the mouse is enjoying her too. Oh, Scotty. Doing some extreme gooning. I mean, would anybody truly be surprised to see him doing that? I mean, she was effective with the scissors throw. Help me, please, help me, please. See, that's should have just got central AC. Went to the store, mom. Strawberries. Yeah, of course I get an ad. But at least it's after the strawberries, so I'll take that. That was like an appropriate ad, as opposed to like something like just seriously abrupt. Yeah, the ads definitely seem a bit quicker. Like seriously, I'm going through these ads extremely fast. Like I'm almost done with this ad break. Coming up now, I think I may get like a super short one, or this may be the rest of this ad. Let me see. No, I think it's the rest of it. Oh, now. Nice. I guess Tubi made a little extra money on the ad spacer. It's like, I will let them get by on a few of them here and there. Police escorts. I love how they're just dedicating so many police hours for this. I mean, granted, it is a serial killer, but then again, it's just like, okay, how is she slipping you guys so quickly? Oh, current affair. Loved watching current affair. Current affair and Inside Edition, hard copy. Those were like my jam back in the day. Started my love for trash TV. Uh oh. Oh, mom. I'm not even gonna lie. I probably would be the morbid one to just be like, "Wait, mom, are you a serial killer? You can let me know." I mean, I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna look at you a bit differently, but At least let me know. Oh, Birdie. Serial mom. It has a ring to it. Capital punishment in you. Yeah, it's crazy the stuff that goes over your head when you're watching this as a preteen or teen. And then when you get certain references as an adult, you're just like, oh yeah, this makes it just a million times funnier. Oh, those old cameras. Oh, let's go. Bust the bitch. All right, I mean, the minister has a point. Oh, Birdie, she is going through some real distress at this news about Serial Mom. Just globbed right on that poor baby. You're bigger than Freddy and Jason now. And meanwhile, you're hopping in a Cadillac reminiscent of the end of the Nightmare on Elm Street film. Misty getting her glamour shots. Misty just needs some attention. the Meg Griffin of the family. Baltimore's best video. Death Becomes Her. It's funny that that's a Broadway musical now. TCM, TCM. Tony, let's go rate that VHS store. The Bill Cosby pictures. Now that joke has aged just like fine wine. Like the irony of that joke, all those years, almost 30 years later, is just makes it even funnier. This is probably my favorite scene coming up in this entire film. The one with Annie. I knew you'd be down, Tony. Let's go raid those cabinets. Oh, I love that zombie back there with Fulci. They really had really great titles in there. Like I saw a poster for Innocent Blood back there. I know I saw Phantasm. Baltimore's best video. Oh, I love this scene. This scene's like literally probably my favorite one in this entire film. Good old Annie. She made like the most terrible looking sandwich. I'm like, you had all that meat and you put like two little measly like slices on there. Mommy's watching Annie. Tomorrow, bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. That's the only reason I know this song is from this actual scene. Oh God. Oh. Now that's a Quentin Tarantino esque scene before Tarantino really got super hot. Like he was a name, but this is before we knew he enjoyed feet like he does. I love how they're getting their different POVs. It's like she's singing Annie. That's more like it. See? Said she should have used more of that meat. It's like, yeah, I'd rather bludgeon you with big huge chunk of meat. Yap. Tomorrow, I love ya. way. Rewind. I'll be like, oh, there you go, being nosy. I spotted you. Yeah, I know, right? Run. Yeah, it's real, old girl. It's not that Dawn of the Dead blood, that's for sure. Before Tom Savini learned the formula for blood. She's going to the top. I need your vehicle. I love how she commandeered it like a cop. Of course, guys, if you ever need a timestamp, feel free to ask for it. I'll be more than happy to provide it. Yeah, next time I see Matthew at a convention, I'm definitely gonna have to ask in regards to like memories about Serial Mom, Serial Mom, and that skateboarding show from Nickelodeon. Just like, all right, catch you guys. Mom's on the hunt. You know what? I definitely wouldn't mind going to see some filming locations from this film as well. That's the cool thing about this film being set in like a lot of residential areas, neighborhoods. There's a high likelihood that most, if not all, of this stuff is still around. Downtown Baltimore. Gotta wait at the end of the line, Mom. Oh, yes, a lot of flannel. So appropriate of the time. Yeah, oh 07. Yeah, they do sound like Fang. Oh man, all of those like hats and things. Oh, takes me back. It's an awesome camel toe there. Oh, stage malfunction. Uh oh, there you go. Should have wore that seatbelt a long time ago, buddy. The James Hetfield Pyro special. Yeah, James and Michael Jackson. Exactly. Damn you, Pepsi. Woo! Encore. Serial Mom. Yeah, man, that was a great show, man. Tony Loves Dongs opened up, and then Serial Mom made an appearance and shut the show down. That's what makes me think of like when Martha Stewart went to prison. Hello, jury people. Yeah, I am not going to say I'm not doing my homework around you, lady. Best episode of Law and Order ever. Evil to the core. Honestly though, this woman would be so awesome to know in real life. If like you're a bit unhinged, but you're fun. Exactly, Nancy Grace. You would totally need some Nancy Grace coverage in this. White after Labor Day? Say, Beverly, what's going on? White shoes after Labor Day. Exactly. That's right. Yeah, I mean, I would hang out with Beverly. Hey, Vero. What's going on, Vero? Are you ready for Texas Frightmare this weekend? We're finishing up some Serial Mom. We're at 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 58 seconds if you want to join us. We just got to the courtroom scene. Glad to have you with us, Vero. Awesome, awesome. Glad to hear that, Vero. Yep, start Serial Mom first. Yeah, we could definitely meet up on Saturday for sure. That would be dope. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be around. I'm thinking meeting most likely afterwards, probably towards like karaoke time, because I know I'm going to the Bruce. I haven't gotten my ticket just yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to go to the Bruce Campbell Last Standing event, and it's only for an hour, and then I'll go to karaoke, and I'll be ready for drinks and hanging out, vibing, and all that good stuff. And I actually brought like a horror game as well, just to hang out and vibe and get some drinks, everyone talking, and all that good stuff. What's going on, Matt? Hey, no worries, no worries. I totally understand that. We started off with Serial Mom. The second flick will be Brainscan. So we are 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 50 seconds at in Serial Mom. So feel free to join us, guys. Hope everyone's having a good night. Glad to have you guys in here. As we said, better late than never, or whenever you guys can stop by. Even if you're in here for just a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds, it means a lot to me. So thanks for stopping through, guys. I love how she was planting these seeds even before the trial. So I tell you, it's not me. These people crazy. And this was just so of the time with like all the trials. You had OJ, you had the Bobbits, you had Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding, the Menendez trials. Literally, there were a million trials during the 90s, it seemed. I mean, that's the reason why we got court TV. And now we got P. Diddy. I've been following the P. Diddy trial. So this previous couple of weeks has been this previous week has been pretty interesting. Yeah, exactly. The Menendez brothers. So many different trials. Yeah, Suzanne Summers. Yeah, you got to get the TV movie in. Oh, that's another one. Amy Fisher. Amy Fisher was another trial. Serial Mom reminds me of another dark comedy during that time. Ed and His Dead Mother. No, I've never seen Ed and His Dead Mother. Yeah, we were talking about other films like Meet the Applegates and the film Parents with Randy Quaid. Other films that are kind of like of this time. Yeah, no worries at all. AB 1 hour, 18 minutes and 45 seconds. P Diddy going down in more ways than one. Karaoke I've never been. Is that yeah? Karaoke on Saturday is a free event, so it's a great way for people to get together and unwind, um, just vibe, and not only that, but there's also like there's going to be a movie also showing, I believe, on Saturday as well. I have to double check the schedule, but yeah, I'm definitely going to be vibing and going between karaoke and going across the street to the Texican because a lot of people are going to be hanging out there in that courtyard. So it's going to be fun. It should be like very good weather. So I'm looking forward to meeting y'all and hanging out. It's going to be so much fun, y'all. Yeah, Amy Fisher. Yeah, and then the fact that Amy Fisher had like three different movies, which is funny. So like there's like the Alyssa Milano one. I wanted to call her Melissa. The Alyssa Milano one. There's the Drew Barrymore one, and then there was another one. Oh, you got it just right. Perfect. She's playing chess, not checkers. Love it. I would have loved to have been an extra in the background of the courtroom scenes, giving like some of the most concerned and flabbergasted looks ever. Like, oh, oh, I can't believe, oh. Uh oh. Like, mom, why didn't you go to law school? Kind of pissed and missed out on the RIP ticks for Mad Monster. I think I decided on just going to Mad Monster only that weekend. I don't blame you, AB. Mad Monster is definitely going to be the better show to go to, um, for my money, I would say. So definitely, you're going to see us there, AB. Yeah, but yeah, I totally know what you mean about getting VIP. I mean RIP. They had them still for a bit later, but I think with the Terrifier cast being at the other convention, it should be pretty good as far as the lines. Like the horror fans in Phoenix are going to be eating very good that weekend. So I'm very excited. You heard Matthew Lillard was one of the coolest guys. I've heard that as well. Like I've seen him at different conventions, walking around and supporting the vendors and taking pictures with people that are at the convention just randomly without having them pay, just because he's like photo bombing them and stuff. Oh, they're having, yeah, yeah. They always have like a VIP party. But the cool thing is they always have so much stuff going on that the VIP party isn't really necessarily like a must, because they have like films going on. They have like all types of other things going on that Saturday night. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be doing the Saturday night parties at well, I was say Monsterpalooza, Mad Monster. I know Suzanne. Oh, I love Suzanne. Suzanne forever. Oh, cell phone. And this is step by step era Suzanne. Oh, one of my favorite eras of Suzanne Summers. Yeah, they do karaoke as well. I think they do karaoke on both nights, as far as like Friday and Saturday. But I think they do karaoke at the same time as the VIP party, because they give people stuff to do that were general admission, as that's separate from the RIPS. So I'm looking forward to partying, guys. So we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have our own damn RIP party. And the cool thing is, there's tons of people in that lobby at Mad Monster, so it won't be uncommon to see celebrities just hanging out there. Um, Last time I was there, Dick Warlock just randomly just walked up and started talking to me, and Robert England was just hanging out there. So he's gonna most likely be hanging out in that lobby again for hours, because I watched the premiere of Dylan's New Nightmare that Saturday night, the Wes Craven's New Nightmare fan film sequel, and he was hanging out there. And by the time we came out, he was still in that same spot talking. So it's going to be a great time. So even if you don't do RIP, you'll still be able to possibly hang out and talk with Robert England and other celebrities without doing the RIP. Yeah, I know, so fine, man. Oh, I love Suzanne. Like I've never been much of a blonde guy, but Suzanne Summers has always been top notch blonde. That was exceptional. Even if you were a guy that was totally into brunettes, Suzanne Summers was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I know that Stay Tuned cameo. I know. Come and knock on our door. Come and knock on our door. Yeah, I love Janet as well. Janet was awesome. Yeah, Thigh Master. Yeah, I watched Stay Tuned. I loved my perfect like Saturday or summer HBO double feature was Stay Tuned and Mom and Dad Save the World. Those were like both films I absolutely loved. Yo, yeah, Dick Warlock was so awesome too. Like he just totally walked up to me and just started talking. It was just like with a group of friends and everything, and we were just looking like we were just having a good time. And he just came up and just started talking like, "Hey, it looks like you guys are having a good time." And we're just like, "Wow, this is Dick Warlock coming up to talk to us." So, we're just shooting the shit with him, and of course, he's such a jokester. So he's just laying jokes and stuff about the convention and other guests and stuff. So that's definitely something I'll always remember for sure, especially knowing that he's about to retire from the convention scene. Yeah, exactly. Ab, like Saturday during, well, either they would always show it during Saturdays or during the weekdays during the summer when school was out. So it would just be like, stay tuned and Mom and Dad Save the World. And I just would sit and watch those every time they came on. Too legit. Too legit. They had to acquit. Got the Serial Mom merch. Yeah, you gotta have that TV movie. Gotta get the rights. Got some unfinished business. Dick Warlock apparently did some stunts on Jaws. You couldn't pay me enough to get in that water with that mechanical shark. I didn't know that. Wow, that's pretty crazy. I'm pretty sure that Greg Nicotero has had plenty of conversations with Dick Warlock about that. Then, knowing that Greg is such a Jaws geek, like apparently he has like a massive collection of Jaws memorabilia and like film use stuff. Turn those white shoes red. Ah, rest in peace, Suzanne. Refused to cooperate with the making of this film. Such a fun, quirky film, guys. This film definitely did a lot with shaping my humor for sure. This and like films like Freeway. Speaking of Freeway, Tony, have you seen Freeway? I would imagine you probably did with it being on the last drive-in not too long ago. Guys, that's so funny. Love Serial Mom. So that is our first flick for Disgraceful Double Features. Yeah, I totally love some Jar Waters flicks. Female Trouble is one of your faves. Yeah, we were just talking about John Waters films and how this is probably the most approachable John Waters film if you're not familiar with his style. Um, you can't necessarily go to divine devouring dog crap like straight off the go. But I mean, if you do start with that, then you typically know that everything is just like smooth sailing from there. You did see Freeway? Okay, I figured you have. Okay, good. Yeah, I love Freeway. So that's another film that shaped my very dark sense of humor. Yeah, She Devil did pop up on my recommendations as well. I've never seen that. Would you recommend it, AB? All right, guys, we are. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, let's see. I'm thinking that's. I want to double check. Yeah, that was her, if I'm not mistaken. All right, because I saw the name. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, juror number 8. I saw that the name was listed as Patricia Hearst, and I'm like, okay, is that the Patty Hearst? And apparently, yes, that was the Patty Hearst. So that's hilarious. You saw in elementary school on a sick day. Love Roseanne. Okay, dope, dope. Okay, let me actually add that to my list then, since that's on here. She Devil. Add to my list. Let's see here. Yeah, Meryl Streep. Okay. You got some Ed in here. Linda Hunt. Nice. All right. Yeah, it definitely looks like something that would be fun for sure. Okay, guys. So, what we are going to do here, we are at 20 minutes past the hour. So, we are going to do a quick intermission. And what we will do is we will come back at 30 past the hour. Yeah, yeah. Apparently that was Patty Hearst, like the actual Patty Hearst. So that was pretty dope. And I had to do a little research just to double check it. I'm like, wait, of course she's distancing herself from her younger controversies. So that's dope. Oh, you getting some birria tacos? Oh, gosh, that sounds amazing, AB. That reminds me of why I'm so excited. The fact that I'm going to be in California in 2 weeks and I'll have a car. So I'll be able to drive to all types of great California Mexican food spots. So I am chomping at the bit. But all right, guys, we're going to take a quick intermission here. Let me go ahead and get you set with the BRB. And guys, yeah, rub it in. Why I will send you guys some if I could. But see you guys here shortly, and we'll be back with Brainscan. Okay, travelers, we are back. Officially back from intermission. Hopefully, everyone grabbed your food, you had your smoke breaks, you had time to refill your drinks and such, and you are ready for some more Disgraceful Double Features fun. Guys, Brainscan. It's been quite a while since I've seen Brainscan. I absolutely love this film. Brings back so many memories. Just this mini S serial mom. You know, such a Eddie Furlong fanboy during this time. Still am. You know, I love Eddie. You know, he's had some rough times. I'm glad to see that he's doing a lot better that he has been over the past, few years. So I'm wishing him definitely all the best for sure. Hopefully he gets better and more roles and such. So let's definitely get ready for some more fun. Hopefully you guys are all geared up. But let's just say let's start the film at 35 past the hour, just to give some more people time to fall back in. Sometimes things take a bit longer. Sometimes you're waiting on the Uber Eats driver or the DoorDash driver. They're taking long. They're just like, oh, I can't find your address. And you just gave them like distinct, clear instructions on where to find you. It's just like, dude, just read. And you will follow the directions and you will get to exactly where I am. Sometimes it's like pulling teeth. I know you guys are familiar with it as well. I've definitely had it happen more than a few times. But what are you guys having to eat for tonight? I see AB's having birria tacos, asada fries, and asada quesadillas. Freaking amazing. That sounds like an awesome spread to have. The worst is when you see the dasher just sitting in the parking lot after pickup. Right, it's just like, bro, what are you doing? It's like, get it together. I don't know. I mean, I know everyone likes to like shit on AI, but in some cases, AI could possibly make things very easier in our life. Like, I think of like, hi, when you have a fast food order and it's super simple, where you're just like, hey, don't include onions or add this, and somehow they end up messing it up. And it's just like, you know what? Sometimes letting the machines run things won't be so bad. Chicken only for tonight. So Tony was like, I feel like chicken tonight. Like chicken tonight. Yeah, just like the commercial. I feel you, buddy. I've been there. Yeah, for me, crap, what did we have? I think it was like Philly cheesesteaks and fries. Just something like that. Something quick, like frozen, like ribeye stuff that we can already chop up, throw in the little seasoning mix, and throw it on the bun. So makes it good. It has amazing implications in the medical field, but people are using it right. Yeah, exactly. Av. Of course, people are going to use it for the dumbest stuff ever. So we're going to see how it goes. You know, we're going to have to wade through the trenches of AI. Of course, people are going to go towards looking for making all types of dung pictures. Let's just keep Tony away from AI. You're still nursing last night's romper? Yeah, I feel that, Tony. Sometimes it's like that. All right, guys, we got less than a minute before the start of Brainscan. So we're going to press play on my go. Oh man, I can't wait to see this. Yeah, speaking of brain scan, I just picked up like a brain scan sticker from I think it was Cavity Colors or Gutter Garbs. It was one of those companies, but yeah, you can see cool little brain scan 90s ish sticker that I'm going to put on my let me see if I can get it closer. Yeah, so I can get it on my desk that I'm sticker bombing. We're gonna end up in, yeah, exactly. As long as I'm not one of those few ones that ends up being tortured forever, I'm just like, hey, you guys have at it. All right, guys, press play. Yeah, we're totally gonna end up like that, AB. But Tony, But the funny thing is, Tony's going to be one of those few left that's going to end up driving the evil AI insane because he's going to keep mentioning dongs. It's going to turn to I have no dong, but I must pee. I know this movie, but as far as I can recall, I never gave it a shot. So stoked. All right, cool. Well, it's definitely better than Lawnmower Man. I'll give it that. But Lawnmower Man is definitely more fun to watch, just to rip on it. Frank Langella. Yeah, I love this Brainscan theme. 3 6 Mafia sampled this for one of their songs. So every time I hear this, I think of that sample. Another reason why I love 3 6 Mafia, they sampled like all types of random 90s horror theme songs. He'll make the AI exactly. Tony's gonna make the AI just completely go insane. So humanity is gonna win out somehow. To- who would have knew that Tony would end up being humanity's savior? Our own John Connor. Now declare this planet the GPG. Fitting tribute. Doom, 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 doom. Dude, whenever I take my daughter somehow, let her control the music, and she started playing "Hard Out Here for a Pimp," and I was like, "What?" Oh, I love that, AV. The kids are finding their way to the music somehow, and I'm glad for it. He just found out his mom is Mexican. Yeah, yeah. He mentioned that I think at Houston Horror Film Fest when I was last there. That was pretty cool to know. Hey, you never know, Tony. He's a part of La Raza. Yeah, I remember when they were filming all over the city for Hustle and Flow. Awesome memories. A lot of Easy E too. Nice. That's very cool to know. Gives me hope because it reminds me of how I found my way to our parents' music on our own. Like when we were listening to it, when they were playing it, it was just kind of like, oh, okay. But you eventually find it on your own, and you're just like, oh, this is actually pretty good. Okay. So I'm glad to know that the kiddos definitely finding her way to some very cool music. Yeah, I love 90s technology. Yeah, 3 6 forever. Horrorcore pioneer, horrorcore pioneers. Them and Esham, the Ghetto Boys, Grave Diggers. Even though I was mainly a 3 6 Mafia fan, I respect a lot of those other horrorcore rap guys. I swear I love 90s technology in films. That Fangoria episode. I mean, episode magazine. This is totally me as a kid, as a teen. Just all of those like items in the room. If only I had a hot chick to look at from across the street. Yeah, one of these days I want to do a 3-6 Mafia video about their influence, their horror influences, and how horror really influenced their music. Looks way less cheap and shitty than I thought it would. Yeah, it was actually, they actually put a little something into it. Sure, Donovan. 6 minutes and 10 seconds. Yeah, I used to watch this and Lawnmower Man a lot together, like those '90s technology movies. Boobies within 7 minutes. Who Run It? Who Run It's a great song. Yeah, Who Run It is big anthem. I'm a really big fan of their like '90s underground stuff before they really got into a major label when they were Triple Six Mafia and they were really leaning into the Satanist shock rock, being in the Bible Belt controversy angle. So they eventually changed it to 3-6 Mafia because of that. I love the old Triple Six Mafia stuff. Dow Kimberly. The fact that all of this stuff that we would see in this movie that was so state of the art and seemed like so in the future now we can just get Siri to call someone now. Like we can do pretty much all of this stuff now, which is crazy. Oh really? Yeah, man. Like they have some really interesting history. Yeah, it's crazy. Like a lot of people really didn't know about them until they blew up. So I was very privileged to like have a lot of their music. Like if you guys want to really get tripped out, a lot of those underground mixtapes of theirs go for a lot of money now. Like if anyone can find like a physical copy of the originals and not the actual reproductions, they go for a hefty amount of money for those mixtapes. So physical collectors that are like cassette collectors spend a hefty amount of money on those. Yeah, they did the Academy Award speech. I still think that's funny that they're Oscar winners. Like, you wouldn't have been able to tell me in 1997 that 3-6 Mafia would eventually win an Oscar, of all things. But they were certainly ahead of their time, though. That's what I loved about that group because they were so underground at a point that a lot of the stuff that they were doing, a lot of people didn't really know about, and a lot of music today that's actually good. Some of the stuff that's actually good is derivative of what they were doing back in the '90s. Just very cool. Death by Design. Yeah, it's so crazy. Like literally, all this stuff is like a reality now in regards to like VR and gaming and stuff. Like most people weren't even able to get on the internet at this point. Oh, first ad. Well, at least I get what is this? An America's Most Wanted commercial. I'll take that. At least that's exciting. They totally should do a sequel to this. Totally done, man. Like this was so ahead of its time that yeah, like it would be awesome to do like a sequel or a legacy sequel, something like that. Most definitely, Tony. Most definitely. If the mind can conceive it, we are going to work towards it being a reality. Now, I'm just waiting for us to get to something like really practical, like an automatic like clothes folder. Like after doing laundry, I just want to throw my clothes into a bin and then it comes out folded. If I could invent that somehow and become a billionaire, guys, the GBG is going to be so lit. Because I know that's going to be a $1 billion idea. Like I know the guy who invented the microwave and just different stuff, the George Foreman grill. Yeah, just different stuff like that. Yeah, replicators from Star Trek, exactly. Like there's certain things that we should have had by now. Like we're finally going to get a bullet train from Dallas to Houston, apparently, eventually. I'll tell you what, man. Eddie Furlong was like the perfect little angsty teen at that time. Yeah, I know, Avi. It's wishful thinking. I wish that they would do it, but it's going to take a lot. Yeah, I know, right? We'll see. I just want to fight someone on it like Brad Pitt. It's like, dude, why are you banning the horror club? So I love how this school is basically doing the video nasties in their school. Yeah, you that is true, Happy. In regards to the Bluetooth, every uncle on the planet has taken advantage of that, and still to this day loves the Bluetooth. Hey, I should be here, Matt. I was thinking of possibly going to that game, or at least doing tailgating there. I've been wanting to do Thanksgiving game tailgating in Dallas for the longest, and I may finally do it this upcoming year. Say, how do you know I have homework, dude? That's likely going to be the case, AV. With Dak Prescott as our QB, that's more than likely going to be the case. But then again, I totally think that the Cowboys are going to try to tank because we're going to try to get Archie Manning. Brainscan. You been wanting to buy a moped? You should, man. Get a DUI on a moped. Just love how he has like stained glass in his room. Like, what teenagers had cool stuff like this in their, houses? You gotta have the scarf and the helmet and the goggles, Tony. Is a must. Yeah, I know, Matt. It's depressing. But what I'm realizing is a lot of people are realizing how exciting it is to have legacy teams back in sports championships, like with the Knicks. Whether you're a Knicks fan or not, you can see the excitement with the fan base and how obnoxious they are with them getting closer to winning. So I love seeing the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Championship. Even though, as someone that was a Bulls fan, it still is a Bulls fan. It hurts to see the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Championship and 4 games away from making the finals. But that's good for the NBA. It's one of the most valuable teams there. So I think the NFL is going to be like, okay, we're going to stop cheating the Cowboys in a lot of cases. And I know that we're going to probably try to keep their owner from hurting themselves. Oh, that CD. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I know, AB. I know, Tony. I mean, and Matt, for sure. I was 9 or 10, so I couldn't even drink legally. So I would love to be able to act the fool when the Cowboys win a championship, but I'll probably be 85 and one of those fans that makes it to the game because I'm like some old feeble man and it's just like, oh, look at this fan, Brendan, who's been a Cowboys fan since the glory days of the 90s. And he hasn't seen his Cowboys win a championship since he was 10 years old. And that was 70 years ago. It's like, oh, well, we hope he wins. Yeah, I know with those CDs. Yeah, that was huge. I mean, just making that leap from floppy disks. Like, I'm totally going to be that dude, AB. I remember like when the Cubs won, and like when the Cubs and the Red Sox won the World Series, just seeing like those old fans and feeling so happy for them, knowing that they have family members and friends that died hoping for a championship. And I'm hoping I can just win one championship, or at least witness a win of a championship as a Cowboys fan, as an adult. I want to see my Cowboys win a championship in HD. Yeah, I know, Matt. I know, Matt. It's hard. It's hard. It's so hard. Yeah, back in my day, yeah. I'm gonna be telling kids like back in my day when the Cowboys won, the price of a Big Mac was Yeah, until you got 2 and 3 years. Yeah, I know. It's funny how it happens like that. Yeah, I just hope I get one. I hope I get one. I can say I witnessed one, but I'm 40 years old now, and I'm just like, ooh, all right. I better wrap me in bubble wrap because sooner or later, I'm hoping that we win one. You going to Emmitt Smith's restaurant in Vegas whenever you go in June? Nice. Yeah, I hope you have the best time of AB. It's gonna be a great time to be out there. Matter of fact, when are you gonna be there in June? Oh, it's such a '90s house with those plants. All right, we're getting pretty giallo right here. Yeah, I know what you mean, Matt. That NFC Championship made me sick. That's what made me sick. Was the NFC Championship more than anything? And to tell you the truth, I could care less if KC three peated. I'm not one of those fans that just hates on the Chiefs because of their success. I'm like they've earned the right to be where they are. But as far as the Eagles, I will never root for the Eagles. If I have to root for the Eagles' demise, I'm going to vote for that every time. So I was sad that the Eagles won. I wouldn't have cared if the Chiefs three-peated. As far as I see it, I mean the Chiefs are a former Dallas team. They were the Dallas Texans. So at least one Dallas team, or at least a former Dallas team, has had some sort of recent success. And plus, I look at it like this: the Chiefs have had quite a drought. Everyone's going to have their time to go back around and get success. It's just currently the Chiefs and the Eagles' time. Unfortunately, yeah, it's not going to be the Cowboys anytime soon with Dak Prescott as quarterback. He's reached his ceiling. Should try watching the Chargers blood every season here. Yeah, the Chargers and the Padres have it pretty tough because they're long running franchises, but it's just hard. You have enough hate to go around for everyone. I love how they totally went giallo during the scenes like this. Marty Ball passed or crushed it, but it's so early. Good job, buddy. You're good at this game. I think I downloaded the wrong Ready Player Wrong. Ready Player One. Yeah, I know, right, Tony? Oh my gosh, he's drinking milk. That milk has to be warm. There's no way that milk is cold. He said I kicked ass with time to spare, but on the caption it said kick butt. So that's hilarious. You haven't had straight up milk in 25 years. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, oh, hey, it's funny to see that Limp Bizkit's going through quite the resurgence the past few years after being like a laughing stock in the music industry. Well, I think that's mostly due to Fred. I mean, of course. Lactose intolerant, AB, milk tearing you up. Where video games had a huge impression on you. Yours were MK and Resident Evil when they dropped. I was very big into Resident Evil, specifically Resident Evil 2. But Metal Gear Solid was huge for me. But as far as earlier games, um, I liked a lot of Tekken, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter as well. I was very fascinated with Tetris. That I still find ways to fit things in perfectly little spaces thanks to Tetris. But also there are games like um, Final Fantasy VI or AKA Final Fantasy III in the States when we got it on Super Nintendo. Final Fantasy VII, love Final Fantasy VII. Secret of Mana, Illusion of Gaia. Yeah, I got into a few of those RPGs and stuff. I was into a few different things. Loved a lot of stuff like that. As much as I hated Lip, it's cool to see the. Yeah, exactly, man. Those guys held on strong. It was so funny. I met Wes Borland's in-laws at CreepyCon horror convention last year. Just randomly, they were in town and we were talking. It was just really cool older couple, and they were asking what was going on at this convention. And I was like, yeah, it's a Halloween convention, horror convention. They were just like, oh yeah, my they were like, yeah. The lady was like, yeah, our son-in-law, he's really into horror movies and masks and things of that nature. He's in a band. You if you're into music, you probably know who he is. And I was curious. I'm just like, oh, okay, well, cool. Who's your son-in-law? What band is he in? I expected to totally maybe not know who they were talking about. And then she was like, yeah, he's in a band called Lip Biscuit. And I'm like, is your son-in-law Wes Borland? And they were like, yeah, Wes, you know who he is? I'm like, yeah, everyone who is familiar with horror, who grew up in that time, knows who Wes is. Like, he stood out like a sore thumb. So it was really cool that I took a selfie with them and everything like that, and chatted with them for a bit. They were super sweet. So I told them to go ahead and sneak into the convention. I don't know. I used to be able to drink it, but not anymore. Sometimes it's like that. Yeah. RE2 is your favorite. What did you think of the RE2 remake, Matt? Legend of Zelda. What was your favorite Legend of Zelda game, AB? Marvel vs. Capcom, Super Mario Brothers 3. Oh, Super Mario Brothers 3. Uh, do you guys remember the unveiling in the Wizard when they unveiled Super Mario Brothers 3? That was just like so unreal. Yeah, Earthbound. Yeah, exactly. Ghost and Ghouls. Oh my gosh, Ghost and Ghouls was so freaking hard. Ocarina. Yeah, of course. Ocarina of Time. I love that one too, but I have a sweet spot in my heart for Link's Awakening. I played that countless hours during road trips. Yeah, you could definitely tell this was made during the same time as Serial Mom because the flannel and the grunge influence is off the charts, guys. That floral pattern on that living room set, I could swear probably one of my mom's friends had that in their living room. your favorite arcade game ever is probably Star Wars, the arcade version. Yeah, that was a good one. As far as arcade games, gosh, what's my favorite arcade games? I mean, you got the Simpsons game, you got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. I love the X-Men beat 'em up. That was a fun one. I love beat 'em ups. Um, I love a lot of Neo Geo stuff, like Metal Slug, a lot of stuff like that, like stuff that was like quarter eaters like that. I liked a lot of wartime plane shoot 'em ups. Like what was that game? What was it? 1942. I think that was the date of it. There are a few other ones. I love going to a good barcade. That's another thing we should do, guys. Like, go to a barcade or something for one event. Let's get super drunk and play some video games. Yeah, exactly, Tony. Like having one of those. That's one of the things I really need to do. I need to have a project and set up one of those cabinets, arcade cabinets, with like loaded up with like all the games, like Neo Geo stuff, everything. Yeah, man, like a Neo Geo cabinet was hella expensive. There were a few different very cool arcades or arcade related businesses back in Memphis that would sell you cabinets, and it's so crazy. Like those cabinets that were like five, six, up to $1,000 back then are way more now because of how rare they are. I wish I had the money then to buy some of that stuff, guys. Like, just to think that some people were making good money back then to buy that stuff. You didn't have any friends as a kid, so for your birthday, you just ask your folks for quarters and go to the arcade and blow. Yeah, exactly. Time Crisis, ABC. We would have been good friends, AB. Time Crisis, House of the Dead. I had a good friend that had a Dreamcast. We all got Dreamcast around the same time, and of course they got the gun. They got Time Crisis with the gun, so of course they bought House of the Dead and everything. So those were always fun. I had Marvel versus no, I had X-Men versus Street Fighter, and then later got Marvel versus Capcom. You got one down the street. Yeah, those are the best. He just has such a cool look. So 90s. That's how it always works. Yeah, the Simpsons arcade game too. That was definitely one of those ones that you could just play at any time. Oh yeah, it's plentiful. AD, you'll be able to find that super easy. Never a bad time to play that. I love like the Alien versus Predator games. A lot of those Capcom beat 'em ups, like the Punisher. Got to get some good Primus. You got Les Claypool going ham on the bass. Yeah, the X Men one. Yeah, yeah. I like the OG Aliens one too. That was a fun one. Yeah, it's nothing like just getting drunk, getting a bit stoned, and playing those games for a few hours. Like me and my good buddy Jimmy, we used to do that for like hours on end back in Tennessee. Like after a long day of like working for Cricket Wireless back in the day. Like oh my gosh, it was such a stressful job. So sometimes we would just like go straight to his house and just like unwind, listen to some tunes, get stoned, get drunk, play some video games. Oh, Turtles in Time. Yeah. Such a good one. See, I love how we lived pretty much the same existence. Like, that's why it's just like, man, if only they came up with the internet a few years earlier in regards to the capabilities of what it could do, man, we would have had like the best collection of friends. Like, it's so easy to find like-minded people nowadays as a fan of anything. Like being a kid, it's weird sometimes being one of the few kids that are into like horror as much as you are, or there were things that were just universally cool, like Beavis and Butthead and certain other things. But if you were a horror kid, you had to know other horror kids for the most part. Oh, Golden Tee, man, you know what? I just found out about like Golden Tee tournaments and how like real legit they are. I met a guy at Horror Hound who says that he actually comes down to a DFW from Ohio to go to Golden Tee tournaments. Yeah, exactly. That reminds me of like me and my friends playing Tiger Woods golf on Xbox. That was like one of our favorite things to do. It's just like play Tiger Woods. Yeah, like we like playing all types of stuff. Like who like the hockey game on NES. And it's even fun to play like sports that you're not necessarily familiar with. Like before FIFA got like too complex, I would love playing FIFA with friends. They started making the games like too realistic. Like they are like a real deal simulator in a lot of cases now. You have to turn down the difficulty to make it like an entertaining game. It's like, dude, I'm not trying to be an actual coach right now. Yeah, exactly. Tiger Woods was so addictive. Oh man, those were the days. Right before having too many responsibilities, just a tiny bit of responsibilities. Like it's a bit sad though because I look at like I always like make fun of my siblings because I'm just like you Gen X kids had it so easy. You guys could actually be slackers. Like you could have that full on clerks experience or that slackers experience and be straight. Like it could be, you know, two or three people living in an apartment and it would be a huge penthouse or something like that. Now you got to have two or three people to get an efficiency apartment now. Yeah, that OG hockey, man. That OG hockey was so fun, man, on NES. That was my first exposure to hockey and how fun it could be. Oh man, playing that was so fun. That and Tecmo Bowl. You played the new one and got wrecked. Yeah, exactly. It's hard playing new sports games nowadays. They've made it like you're actually really playing in real life. But it's just like, dude, if I wanted to play in real life, I'd play in real life. Make this entertaining and fun. And then not only that, but they're charging you for every single thing in these games now. The microtransactions are ridiculous. Used to have kids lined up. Yeah, man. Putting your quarter down on the machine to reserve your spot, and oh, it would be the best feeling ever. Just running off a streak, and just next thing you know, you got the next person, the next person, the next person, the next person. Like, all right, who's next? Just like Goldberg. Yeah, for real. 250 grand a year just to buy a median house. It's ridiculous now, man. Like, what our parents and grandparents were able to afford a house with. It's crazy now. It's ridiculous. Our poor kids, AB, our poor kids. I just don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna tell them, hey, just move into a commune. Do you remember Bad News Baseball for the OG Nintendo? Yeah, I remember Bad News Baseball. Yeah, my favorite was Baseball Stars too. That was my absolute favorite though. That's what's so frustrating. I played hockey till I was 30 and still got spanked. Yeah, exactly, man. In the 80s, you could buy a house in San Diego for like 60K. Exactly, man. Those days are long, long gone. And it makes me think of like how people live in New York City, how they basically get like the leases passed down through their family and able to live basically. So if your grandmother lived in like some brownstone and passed, and she put you in the lease to be transferred, that's how some people are able to live affordable in New York City. It's like crazy. Rent was like 350, 400 a month. I wish. That's why you bought 3.5 acres so you can build another house. Exactly. That's the best way to do it, AB. Just get the land. I don't care if you have to put like a trailer on there, or if you have to put like a little Abe Lincoln style small log cabin for the time being. That's your land, and that's the next thing I really want to do. I really want to invest in getting some sort of familial land because that's so important to have. Like, even if I can't build something on it right then, maybe the kiddo can build something on it down the line. Because yeah, I mean, it's crazy. You made the right decision, AB. Play, yeah, exactly. I Give me a Barbie dream mansion and stuff myself in it for the time being. As long as I have the land, I'm good. Yeah, exactly. This is going to be where the GBG compound is going to be. We just pay AB taxes and stuff like that. This island I'm living in is getting too expensive. You can get a house twice the size on the mainland. Jeez. Yeah, that's how it is, man. It's getting expensive no matter where you are. Oh yeah, bug out spot. Yeah, yeah. It's super expensive anywhere now. Like that's what I'm telling guys. I'm like, hey, invest wherever there's cheap houses or cheap land that you can buy. I don't care if it's Detroit or something. Just grab something. Timestamp. Let's see. 41 minutes and 20 seconds, AB. Local murder stuns community. Oh, brain scan again. Bye. Yeah, that pinball museum is pretty awesome, AB. Definitely check it out. That's a fun way to spend a couple of hours in Vegas. We have so many cool machines there. And I love how they have like literally different eras because I'm very partial to 80s and 90s pinball machines. But it was fun to mess around with like the late 60s ones, some of the 70s ones. I love it. So, you know, the 80s and 90s ones are the ones I grew up playing. So seeing those there were just like and it's like pretty much they have like almost all of your favorites. So if you can think of a machine that you played that you had a particular funness of, they probably have it there. Yeah, exactly. That clown circus game, yeah. I know the one you're talking about. You haven't been to the movie since Beetlejuice 2? Yeah, definitely check out Final Destination. I'm looking forward to checking that one out too. I mean, you gotta see one for Tony. I got a little bit busy today, so I wasn't able to see it. So I'm hoping that I may see it, if not by this week, next week, because Cinemark does like $6 movies on Tuesdays. So I try to take advantage on those for sure and try to save a few bucks. Got to make those count with the movie theaters nowadays. I was just talking about how like going to the movies used to be an affordable family outing. And one of my friends, he was talking about how for him and his son to go to the movie theaters, it is like $75 to go. And I'm just like, wow, crazy. You only been since 3 times since The Simpsons came out. I was the kid that used to sketch in class. I remember drawing. Yeah, he has such a cool look. Happy. Oh, AB. They closed down one of those in Memphis, and then I think they well they closed down the super cheap movie theater that was right down the street from me, and you could see first run movies for like during matinee times for like $5.75, and any other time it would be like $6.75, maybe $7. So couldn't beat that. And of course, they closed that one down out of all the other ones. So that was not only was it the cheapest one to me, it happened to be the closest one to me. So I was living like a king when it came to going to the movies. And now it's a church. And not only is it a church, but it's a church that has like many different church locations. It's one of those churches that just has, oh, we have this location and we have this location. So it's one of those mega churches that has like 9 different locations around DFW. Crazy. Yes, I have seen Scott on tape. Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, I know, right? AV hurt my heart. It was Dragnet, and that was in '87. My dad can beat that, Matt. My dad is one of those guys that is like super prideful on the fact that he hasn't been to the movie theaters in forever. The last movie that my dad saw in the movie theaters was Any Which Way But Loose. So that's crazy long time. So I was like, bro, you saw a young Clint Eastwood in movie theaters. You got $2 joint back in the day, and it's a church now too. Yeah, exactly how. What's up with these churches? You used to go to the one in Sunrise Mall where they filmed The Legend of Billie Jean. They recently demolished the mall. Yeah, I know, AB. And it's so funny that you mentioned something about The Legend of Billie Jean. I was just watching this movie Aged Great. And they were the latest episode on that on The Legend of Billie Jean. So every time I see that, I'm just thinking of like the past was doing its best. Good old school Corpus Christi. You always wanted to go to that mall? Yeah, I know. I've been to Corpus one time, and I really enjoyed it. I want to go back again. Corpus had some of the most affordable and delicious Chinese buffet food I've ever had in my life. And they had this tourist seafood spot called Blackbeard's that we enjoyed. So I definitely want to go back. Oh, so you're watching that too, AB? So funny. Yeah, I was laughing my ass off watching that. I love that Alice Cooper poster. That's a very dope poster. Oh, you got another trophy. You're going back next week to visit your folks and drop off the kid for the summer. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I really need to go back there. I think I'll probably try to plan a trip before the end of the summer. Take the kiddo to the beach because he loves going to the beach. So I'll probably go for like a couple of nights. Oh, Sleepwalkers, my guilty pleasure. Yeah, I love the downtown out there, and that park. They had like this really beautiful park. I don't remember the name of it, but there was like this really beautiful park down by the water, and oh, it was just so beautiful. We had to stop and hang out there for a bit. But yeah, it's been probably like, geez, maybe 7 years since I've been to Corpus. So I'm beyond time to go there again and hang out. That's it, AB Cole Park, and it should be easy to remember because that's my last name. So I remember I put it down in my saved places. So whenever I'm back there, I'm gonna go check that out. But yeah, Cole Park. Let me see. I think I still have that saved. Yep, hilarious. That's it. Yep, yep. It is saved. Hilarious. That is it. Yeah, the little amphitheater there. Yeah, and the pier. Yeah, I remember that. Yep, that was so cool. Yeah, that was absolutely beautiful. When you go back, get a surf burger at Executive Surf Club and a tasty AF beer. All right, let me put that to my list now. You ain't said nothing but a word. Executive Surf Club. Make a note. Restaurants. Surf burger. And a tasty AF. Tasty AF beer. Gotcha. Thanks for the. Hey, Last Ronin. Well, we're watching the movie live, but we're watching along with it. This is a watch along, so you can watch the movie for free on Tubi and watch along with us. And if you need a timestamp, we will be very happy to provide that for you. But we're at 50 minutes and 35 seconds. You want to see the Selena stuff over there? Yeah, there's a lot of cool Selena stuff over there. I saw her grave, went to the studio, saw her statue at the pier. It's a lot of cool stuff. I am working on a project now with a good friend of Selena's that has never before seen concert pics. Yo, that's dope, Matt. He said they're in the universe. Yeah, we're watching on Tubi. You can find the link in the chat, but actually, let me. I think I still got the link right here. So I just posted up the link right there. The Last Ronin. Awesome screen name, by the way. I love The Last Ronin. Big TMNT fan. Is a burger with refried beans, pico, and Fritos. Ooh, that totally sounds like my type of thing. You love both those movies? Yeah, it's a great double feature for sure tonight. Last Ronin. We did Serial Mom earlier, so we're in the second feature. So we try to do disgraceful double features every Tuesday at least. But if we get pushed back, we'll do them on Wednesdays. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try those out, AB, for sure. And if you have any other restaurants to recommend, definitely feel free to do that. But I'll make sure to hit you up whenever I'm planning on going to Corpus this year. I went to Galveston last year, and it was just a really quick, efficient trip. But we definitely want to do Corpus again because we enjoyed it so much, and have never done South Padre. So eventually, maybe we'll try South Padre sooner than later. Tasty AF is from a brewery in Katy called Saloon Door. Okay, I may have to check that one out. I can go out to Katy sometimes. Great Mediterranean food. Oh, I'm down for Mediterranean food. What do you order from Ginger Cafe? What's your favorite dishes? Nice. It's highly reviewed too, so that's good. Yeah, the first Whataburger was in Corpus. He's like, well, good stuff. Chicken shawarma. Oh, okay. That that sounds great. With the potato wedges. Ooh, okay. With potato wedges. Thank you. Where you gonna send a pic? Please do. Please do. That's going to be the ultimate inspiration. I love good Mediterranean food or stuff with a Mediterranean twist. Like I love peri peri chicken. So I love going to peri peri places or going. We finally got like a Nando's last year, and I've been a big fan of Nando's for forever. So they finally started expanding down to Texas and other places. Which I had a good mom and pop peri peri place that we would go to. But when I found out Nando's was there, it was just like, finally. You've been to lots of places here near Phoenix and haven't found anything as good as Ginger Cafe. Wow, okay. That tells me a lot. And that's hard sometimes whenever you move and you can't find a restaurant that gives you exactly what you need for other places. Like for me, I love Greek food. I love a good gyro. And back in Chattanooga, there's this place that made them exactly the way I love them. And as long as I've been in the DFW area, which has been 13 years now, I have well, I've only found one place that makes gyros the way that I like them. And they're so far away. I have to go all the way downtown um, in order to get it. Downtown Dallas. So that's a good 50 minutes away from me. Are there still any ponchos? You know what? There are a few here and there where you put up the little flag and everything. Yeah, there are a few sprinkled here and there. Nobody does the potatoes just right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. And there's a big difference between wedges and French fries and the right wedges that you're looking for. Sopapillas. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ponchos was definitely an institution. We even had some in Tennessee. Like, there's a couple. There's let me see. I think there's like three different ones near me, or there's like three or four in the DFW area that are still around. So thankfully, oh, furs, yeah. Oh my gosh, they've closed most of those down. I think there's like maybe one, but it's like so far away from me. They closed the one that was like super close to me. Yeah, but ain't no buffet. Yeah, the one in Tennessee that we had wasn't a buffet. It wasn't until I moved to Texas where I was just like, oh wow, there are buffets here. I think there's one in like Humble. Buddies forever. Luby's nice. I was jeez, where did we go eat at? We ate a lot at Piccadilly's Cafe. We ate at Piccadilly's, and we also ate at what's the name of the place in Memphis? Jeez. Uh some people ate at Luby's as well, but there's another one. Let me think of the name of it. Hold on. Hmm. I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's on the tip of my tongue. Ah, it'll come to me. But it was another chain. But we had a few mom and pop ones as well that we would love to go to. Angelo's in SoCal. Really great gyros. Okay. It's like, hey, it's Bumper. Let me look them up, Bumper. Angelo's. Yeah, I'm in love with a good gyro. Okay. Okay, I think this is the one right here. Yeah. SoCal. Oh, it's actually not that far away. Hmm. Probably to look that up. You fell asleep earlier. Hey, totally get that, man. You used to always eat at this place called Ass Tacos because I already got thrown out from the shop directly across the street. Oh yeah, the family-owned spots are the best. Oh, another perfectly timed ad. You know what? Tubi's actually on it today. They've actually been hidden all the times that I was thinking, you know what, this would be a good spot to have an ad, and they actually put it there. It's not none of that abrupt interrupting the movie in the most awkward times. Yeah, like that place that I was in love with in Tennessee. It was a family owned spot as well. They had been in business since like the '80s. So when I moved away, I was expecting, whenever I come back home or come back to Chattanooga, I would come in, um, check them out, but they closed down, and I'm just like, oh no. So they were replaced with a restaurant chain called Cookout, which is absolutely phenomenal. It's a North Carolina chain, and I hope Texas will get a Cookout eventually because Cookout is expanding. They recently got to like Tennessee and maybe Arkansas. So I assume that they will eventually make it to Texas very soon. Now that we've gotten another North Carolina mainstay um, in Bojangles here. You went to Paris near Houston. Your bill was like 150. Ooh, jeez. Does anyone know why Edward Furlong limps in all his movies? Hmm. But I actually have noticed that, but I'm not gonna watch for it. I never noticed that, but I don't know. He may have one of those things where he has one leg longer than the other or something that a lot of celebrities have, and it's just kind of like, oh, okay, interesting fact about him. Born with the crip walk, yeah, exactly. Yeah, have one of those skimpy legs like Damon Wayans. He's like, oh, I never noticed that, but now I will. Okay. Edward Furlimp. Oh, that's a good one, Matt. That is a very good one. Edward Furlimp. Dude, those Frankenstein shoes. I love how a common theme with this film is meddling cops as well. It's like warrant be damned. Warrant schmorant. Metal music. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm not too sure about that. You always wanted his water towers in this room. Yeah, he has a lot of cool stuff in his room. Yeah, exactly. Fantastic Skeletor. I'm still mad that he promised he would be back and he wasn't. It's like, damn you, Canon. You owe me a Masters of the Universe sequel. Some of you own hunting rifles and revolvers. Yeah, I know it has been 8,000 days since Skeletor promised us the sequel. We're getting a He-Man movie? Really? I didn't even know that, AB. Wow, who's doing it? Like, wow, that is news to me. He went out for cigarettes and never came back. Skeletor Daddy, come back. This is where all my issues started. This is such an underrated flick, though. I remember at first discounting this film, and then I just finally gave it a chance. And I was just like, oh, this is actually pretty good. Yeah, oh man, the G.I. Joe movies. Oh, that makes me sad. Yeah, Sliders. They put Jared Leto in it. Really? Wow, Jared. Wow, in a He-Man movie? Who is he playing? You know what? In the Transformers, I don't know. Transformers was definitely hit or miss. But the thing is, they put out so many Transformers movies that they all became kind of like a blur to me. Yeah, the Deadbeat Dad one. Yeah, that's a classic. Jared Leto. Wow. He's gonna be Skeletor. Ooh. I mean, I guess you're gonna attach an Oscar winner to it, but I'm not excited about that. Hmm. Allison Brie. Now you know what? I'll give Allison Brie a chance with that. But wow, that's that's very interesting in regards to the casting. Hmm. Rhea Shriver. Oh. uh, I mean, maybe that's why Arnold had to go with the help. Say, I'm tired of doing battle with Skeletor. Ralph would be a pretty awesome Skeletor. Joe wouldn't be able to stay awake long enough to do his lines. Running from the cops and the vigilantes. Oh, that's totally gonna work. And of course, the German Shepherd comes through. What's this like? Furlong's first budgeted movies after T2. Hmm. I was thinking maybe Pet Cemetery 2. I'm not sure. It was one or the other. Masters of the Universe always gets me hungry for KFC. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This and Pet Cemetery 2 would probably be the answers. Because I think Pet Cemetery 2 came out the same year as well, or I think so. Ooh, a little friendly fire. A little friendly fire never hurt anyone. Oh, I was mistaken. just shot the killer. All right. Hmm. Probably his last big movie. Probably True Lies. I would say True Lies was probably his last big movie. That's the last Arnold movie that I remember a lot of like big fanfare for. After that, and then whatever that may have had, like Junior probably came out like right after that and killed it. But I think True Lies was Arnold's last big one. Either that one or like what was the other one, like Eraser? The one what was the one with Vanessa Williams? I would say probably True Lies. True Lies was a smash hit. Yeah, Junior and Twins. End of Days. I loved End of Days. Yeah, yeah. End of Days and Eraser. Yeah, those were like the last bit of like good Arnie. Yeah, Jingle All the Way was a smash too. I love Last Action Hero. I am an unapologetic fan of that one, and that's another film that I got the satire of. When that came out, a lot of people didn't get that. Like, Last Action Hero was freaking awesome. Yeah, have you ever heard Bill Hader talk about working on Collateral Damage with Arnold? No, I haven't. I'm gonna have to look that up. I bet that's freaking hilarious. Yeah, exactly. Bad about in the days. Oh yeah, Sinbad was awesome in that. Yeah, especially as a kid. Like Last Action Hero was so over the top and just magnificent to watch through the eyes of a kid. But as an adult, you see just how smart that film was. It's just kind of like I think Last Action Hero is a lot like Demolition Man in regards to being one of those films that was just so smart for the 90s that people weren't necessarily expecting all of that and they weren't necessarily happy with that at first. And then as time goes on and it dawns on them, they realize, wow, this is actually a really good and profound movie if you really think about it. Man, one of these days, man, I would, I would totally go to the Arnold just for the chance of running into Arnold. And plus, not only that, but I've always been someone that has loved bodybuilders and stuff like that. So it would be a fun experience to go to the Arnold and hopefully see him. Yeah, that's totally how it is, Tony. Some people it just didn't they just didn't get it until later. You talked to your buddy Kenny Mack at Frightmare last year, and he works for JSA, and there are rumors that he may do a signing this year. Man, let me go ahead and crack open that piggy bank because I know Arnold is going to be a pretty effing penny. I know that's probably going to be at least a $500 one at the least. I'm talking least. So that would be dope. Let me go ahead and get this Predator poster ready to get Arnie on there for that one of these days. I say, did Last Action have to compete with Jurassic Park that year? I wonder. I can't remember if that came out that year, the same year, but yeah, if so, then it most likely did because I remember seeing Last Action Hero in theaters. I think I saw it probably twice in theaters that summer because that was such a fun film. The other rumor is Jim Carrey. Ooh, man. That's another celeb I would love to get a autograph from. Jeez, man, that's man. Look, now those are some big names that I would totally love to definitely get. Like that Arnold one. Cool. I know that's cost a pretty penny, along with Jim. But jeez, man, whatever Arnold's charging, I'm probably gonna have to pay. The dude's only getting older. The chances of me grabbing this autograph, unless I go to that Gold's Gym, that Venice Beach Gold's Gym, the Mecca. I highly doubt I'm gonna run into Arnold. Yeah, 300 plus easy. Oh yeah, easy, easy. Yeah, like I guess yeah, Jim I could definitely see being over 300. Arnold definitely over 300. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a minimum five. I mean, because it's Arnold, and for for him doing a signing and what his fans would pay, I would easily pay at least 500 without even thinking about it. So I know there's other fans that would do the same. Gotta find a VHS copy of Party in Rio. I'd find one of those Hercules movies. I say anyone is possible after Ian McKellen. I didn't even hear about Ian. Are you serious? Ian McKellen's doing a signing? Jeez. Bumper. That is definitely one of my dreams. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. After he came off on the good end of the stick with the Amber Heard trial, I figured that the chances of us seeing Johnny at a convention are pretty slim now. Now I would never wish something bad to happen on anyone, but I was thinking to myself, if Amber comes out on top at this trial, we're gonna possibly see Johnny at a few conventions. Johnny's gonna have some bills to pay. It's affecting his money, but we may still see him. I mean, he's not getting the roles that he would have gotten in the past, so we may see him at one, man. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, Bumper, man. We can wish, man. We can wish. I know, right? AV Hercules in New York. I know it, and that's been forever since I've seen that. But yeah, I would totally. That would be fun to get him to sign something like that, or get a Pump and Iron. Of course, getting something Pump and Iron signed would be dope. Are you allowed to stand in line to meet Arnold just so that you can tell him you're not paying 500, but you got to talk to him, or do you pay first? Hey, these are the questions the universe needs to know. You probably get his signature of him wrestling the bear in Central Park, right? Private signing with OC Celebrity Marketing in June, and he's donating 100% of his payment. Man, that's nice, man. That's really awesome. Let me see. Let me OC Celebrity Marketing. Got it. All right. Let me go ahead and. Oh wow, Sir Ian. Okay, yeah, 350. That's not bad for a send in. Ooh man, damn. Do I go Lord of the Rings or should I go X Men? Hmm. Decisions. Man, that's tough. That's really tough. I'm gonna have to really sit with myself and think on that and see if I can budget that. Wow. Yeah, he is a golden goose, right? Oh, she's crazy. Johnny is fine, I think. I have Arnold probably sign the Running Man, a Total Recall, Conan. Oh yeah, you gotta have something Conan. Gotta have something Conan. Probably by half the charity actually receives the money. I hear some. Funko Grails and signatures is doing okay. Nice. I'm glad that he's doing some signatures. That's dope. Have him sign a poster of Patrick Stewart. Yeah, exactly. So here you go. Oh man, Sir Ian. I'm very happy to hear that, guys. Thanks for letting me know. You guys always keep us together with all the cool scoops. Girl, get a grip. Ooh, they just posted leftovers from Mia Farrow. Oh, nice. They're getting some heavy hitters. Mia Farrow. That's dope. You gotta love Edward in these contacts. Girl, you don't love me. Oh, so she has a nice signature? Oh, I love when a celeb has a very nice signature. That really counts for a lot. Like, as opposed to like some scribble, and you're just like, what is this? I just spent $40 on what I assume is your signature. Will anybody be able to tell this is your signature? Yeah, I always find that funny. Let's see here. Give me a second here. Tom DeLonge just makes it makes like a T. Oh. Yeah, man, that sucks when that happens. It's like, come on, guys, put a little bit of effort into it. Oh, bumper, that's disappointing to hear about Juliet. Really? Steven Percent of Rat is a close number two. Well, at least that's something good to know and show. It's like, well, okay, well, be on the lookout for this person's signature being absolutely crappy. Don't expect it to be very nice. Are you serious, Josh? Wow, that sucks. I know he's charging a pretty penny for his autograph right now. Because I know I have friends that goes to those um, athlete, pro athlete and college athlete autograph events, and they spend a lot of money, man. I tell people, if you think like horror celebrities charge a lot for autographs, go to some of these sports shows and see how much these celebrities are charging. Yo, yeah, definitely. Yo, it's funny to hear those stories, guys. It's just like, yeah, your signature is absolute crap. Bitter. Oh, sorry guys, I got hung up on an ad. I'm nobody, but I've signed at least 100 autos. I've always like hijacking the CD and leaving weird notes. Exactly, you got to make it a memorable experience, right? Tired of this TV dinner. I love this Inception moment at the end of Brainscan. I thought that was always pretty funny. Inception, Inception. Stephen Piercy has to sign your Weird Science one in a few weeks. And I know he's gonna mess it up. Oh man, how's he gonna mess it up? Bumper. We got to take every single precaution necessary to make sure that he doesn't mess it up. That's such a terrible feeling too, though. A dong as Tony's signature. I would be totally disappointed if it wasn't. I would have to demand a refund. But Devin from your band, I love the run that he does. He's like, "Oh, my friend's alive." It's like, yeah, if it was Axl Rose, it would probably be actually a little bit better of a result right here than you cow. Like, dude, where's Chinese democracy? Now this is the '90s, so yes, they were feeding for Chinese democracy at this time. Signing Coors Light cans. Tony, dude, sign my dong. Just have dudes dropping trowel as opposed to women lifting up their shirts. Horror board games with the VHS. Yeah, I do remember those. Yeah. Those were, yeah, that reminds me of like some of the Sega CD games. total Sega CD games. Only if they let you drink it first. There's a lot of very cool band merch and posters in this movie as well. I notice it like every single time. Oh, denied. Dun dun dun. You turned him down. Just want everyone here to know that it was personal opinion. That I was better looking than Furlong at the same age. You could have been our John Connor, Tony. Why weren't you chosen as our John Connor? Well, Am takes over the world from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. We will count on you, Tony. Wait a second. It's like this chick stalking me. Hold up. God, I love the faculty in these movies. There you go. You should check it out. I love how there's also a lot of Death Note in this. Like you would have to think that Death Note was maybe a little inspired by this as well. I mean, hey, I wouldn't be surprised. The Japanese find all types of inspiration for their funny and iconic shows and anime. Oh, it's cool. They're recommending a 976 Evil next. Another fun one. Definitely enjoy that flick. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, good morning, man. It's like 2 in the morning out your way, man. You're probably going to be getting up for school, or not school, getting up for work pretty soon. Hope everything's going good for you, man. Yeah, doing a great, having a great night. Enjoyed some brain scan and serial mom. So, fantastic night. Wait, was I ahead or has it ended for you? Yeah, I just ended. Just ended. Yeah. Yeah, man. Enjoy some brain scan. Some good 90s schlock. Same for Serial Mom. You just can't get enough of the flicks like that. Always the best. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for Disgraceful Double Features tonight. Number 11, which was Brainscan and Serial Mom. I'm still debating on what we're going to do for next week. Because convention season is ramping up, I'm not exactly too sure on if I'm going to get the live watch parties during the normal time that we normally do them. So it's probably going to be a last minute spur of the moment thing for the next few live watch parties. So I will keep you guys posted in regards to what we're going to do. So stay tuned. But in the meanwhile, just know that there's going to be plenty of cool stuff happening, especially for all the conventions. So there's going to be a lot of live content coming through that. There's going to be a lot of, convention vlogs coming. A lot of stuff. So be on the lookout for that, guys. I can't wait. Yeah, sorry about that, man. Started to get crazy on me at the last minute for the stream, but I'm glad it was at the last minute for sure. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging with me tonight. It's always a pleasure doing these live watch parties. You guys make this like such an amazing time to hang out with the GBG. Yes, indeed. But yeah, guys, again, thank you so much for hanging with me tonight. I gotta call it tonight and get ready for Texas Frightmare in tomorrow and in the next few days, actually, because I'm going out there on Thursday to get an early start to the fun. Great combo. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Tony. It's definitely a fun one. But yeah, travelers. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me.